Hello, friends. Happy Friday. Okay, I'm going to bring this up on my iPad. I know I always say that. There it is. All right. I wanted to give it just a second because I've got something to show you. But if nobody pops on, it takes a minute for people to be notified. Oh, it's cold in my room and I've got the heat turned up too. But it's chilly in here. So I have a fun Slimline card today. But I went to a bazaar this morning. I met my friend Leah there, and so it was like almost semi-normal, except for they weren't serving lunch. It was at a Nazarene church. They weren't serving lunch like they usually do because of the virus. And of course we had to wear masks, but other than that, at least they had it. And so we got to go, and then we went to lunch afterwards since they weren't doing lunch there. So that was just nice to be able to get out of the house and see people. All right, so I'm going to show you the one and only little thing I bought at the bazaar. And I bought it from my friend's booth, Penny and Joe. And they are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. I'm going to turn it on here. Okay, you guys, look. Oh, the glare. There we go. How cute is that? Isn't it so cute? Let me see if I can turn this light off. There we go. Too cute. I want to try to make some of these. It's all made with punches. I know I have this one. I think this one was called a slot punch. It's retired. This one is an oval, and it's folded in half. And then that's just like a little flower punch. And then a circle. And then like a hole punch cut out for the light to go over the nose. And then a scallop on the back, and then you can turn it off and on. Isn't that stinking cute? And she said they did the cheeks with a pencil eraser, and then the eyes are just little bling, and then you can draw the mouth. So stinking adorable. I love it. She had a snowman one too that she did. But she only just, well, this is a snowman, but it was with a black, like a top hat. It was really cute. Anyway, so that was my one and only purchase. There was some gorgeous fabric bowls, and they were really reasonably priced. And I really liked those, but it's like I didn't need it for myself, and I kept trying to think of who I could buy it as a gift for, and I didn't end up buying any, but they sure were pretty. All right, so I've got a couple of cards from a card event that I went to show you as well, but let me get this put up here first. Okay. So on Monday, I went to Card and Coffee at my upline Joe's house, and we made these pretty cards there. So I've got two. They're both the same. Isn't that gorgeous? And I didn't stamp anything inside, but I had a pine cone left, so I put that on the inside there. but the background, the gold paper is embossed with like the brick embossing folder. And then, of course, using the die set there. Let me see, let me look and see if I can tell you what die set that is. Christmas Pine Cones die, page 19. So here we go. It is this die set right here, which is called Christmas Pine Cone dies, or you can get it in a bundle with the Christmas to Remember. So all of these sayings right here. Yeah. So that's what you get, and you can see there it kind of shows you where to put the pine cones, which makes it nice. So turns out very beautiful. All right. So for today's card, I'll be using papers from this set. This is the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper, and this was a favorite that they brought back from last year. And I will just flip through it real quick so you can see. It's wonderful. Smaller designs for card making. So they're perfect for that, and I really love this paper. It's just got that hint of Pear Pizzazz green in there. And I also am using some adhesive sheet from this. Now this comes in a package of 12. So that's what that looks like. I'm using some bling from the Wonderful Gems. I am using stamps and dies from the Frosted Gingerbread and Gingerbread dies, and there's what the dies look like. And then I'm also using one of the stamps from the Christmas to Remember. Okay, so let me just bring in all the parts and pieces. Now I'm making a slimline card, and there's different sizes of slimline cards, and now there's one that people are doing called a mini slimline, and I don't know the measurements for that, but I prefer to do the 9 by it's 9 by 4, I think. Just measure that really quick. Yeah, 9 by 4. And then it fits in, the envelope is just a standard size business envelope. So you don't have to buy any special envelopes. You can get those box of those standard size business envelopes at Walmart or wherever. And you might even be able to get them at Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm just giving that crease a little extra crease there. And so this is 8 inches across by 9 inches long, scored at 4. And then I went with the colors in the paper pad. So I've got a layer here of Pear Pizzazz, and it measures 3.5 by 5 or 8.5, so a 1/2 inch smaller than the base. And then I cut this layer here at 8 3/8 by 3 3/8, and that's gonna go there. And then I cut another strip from the patterned paper. I just love this plaid gingham. Okay, and it is 1.5 inches wide. It's just going to go on top of that other patterned paper there, by 8.5 inches long. And I cut it just a little bit long so I can trim it off the end. So I'll be trimming just a little bit of that off, okay? So, but first, before I do those, I've got the, from the stamp set, I have these peppermint or these candies right here mounted up, and this is a photopolymer stamp set. And I'm going to stamp with real red around the edge of this card for some fun. Okay, let me see. Do I have a scrap under here? I do. Let me just pull this out, and then I won't mess up my other piece so bad. So I'm just going to randomly stamp all around the edge here. Just turn your stamp this way and that way so that it doesn't look the same as you go along. So how is everybody's week going? Anybody have fun plans for the weekend? This just makes a super cute border. I think I better clean this stamp off because I'm picking up ink. I'm probably pressing too hard into my stamp pad, and I don't want to catch that onto my card and make a boo-boo. And I'm just going to grab, while I'm doing it, I'm just going to grab a wipe so I can keep my fingers clean. There we go. I need to ask my grandkids for Christmas lists because I have like no ideas. Well, I can't completely say no ideas. I have a couple of ideas, but not enough, that's for darn sure. The older the kids get, I think the harder it is to shop because you can't just go buy toys. They're too old for that, most of them. And gift cards to me are just not fun, I guess. All right, almost done. There we go. So that looks cute. It's just creating basically kind of your own patterned paper. All right, so there we go with that. And now let me bring these other layers back in here. So first I'm going to attach this piece onto the Pear Pizzazz. Isn't that just cute? I love that design. So I just have 1/8 of an inch there border of the pear pizzazz showing. There we go. And then this one, you could put that side, but I just really like mixing up the patterns. Oopsie, I should have done that first. I should have put that on that first, and I didn't, so now I'm not going to be able to trim it off. So let me, I always get ahead of myself. Okay, so that is cut at 8 and 1, 2, 3/8. So let me go ahead and trim it since I messed up. It's just a little bit that I need to trim off. Right there. Okay, let's see if that looks like it's gonna line up right. Yep, okay. Okay, now this can go on. I love those polka dots too. Very cute. And I'm just going to put this across the center. And you can kind of line it up with the pattern on the paper, which makes it pretty easy. So there we go with that. And then that I can put onto the card. There we go. See, cute already. I love pattern mixing though, so if you don't like pattern mixing, that might not be your thing, but I love it. All right, so for the inside, I'm using the Friends Like You Make This Season Special, and that one I got from the Christmas to Remember stamp set right here. And I'm going to stamp that in the Pear Pizzazz. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to bring back the candies and the Real Red ink. Just to decorate the inside a little bit. And let's see. Do one there like that. And I will flip it around and do this one just like that. So there's the inside. And I'm just going to wipe my fingers to make sure I didn't get my fingers in any of that ink. Okay. Now, since we've got the base of the card and the inside done, I can set that aside. And here I have a piece of the cinnamon cider. This is just a really perfect color for doing anything gingerbready. And then I have a piece of the basic white with the the adhesive, the adhesive sheet. So I've got that stuck to the back of it, and then there's the layers to peel off here to make this sticky. Okay, so I think first of all, I'm going to get the dies here. So I'm going to cut the shapes. So you've got the frosting part of your ornament or cookies. These are gonna be cookies. So this creates like the frosting part, and this creates the cookie part. So I'm going to take all the cookie ones, and I'm going to cut one of each one. And I'm just going to hold them in place here with a little bit of my Post-it tape so they don't slide around when I run them through my machine. So let me cut these and I'll be right back. Okay, so there are the 4 cookies. And then I'm bringing in my cinnamon cider ink here. And my finger dauber. And I'm just going to ink around the outside edges just to give it that little bit more of a baked cookie look. This cinnamon cider is one of the in colors, so I really wish it's one that they would keep on always, because it's just the perfect color, like I said, for gingerbread or pumpkin type things. Even though we've got a pumpkin pie, we have pumpkin pie, but just goes along. It's really a good color for doing anything baking wise, I think. It works really good too with the chocolate chip cookie one. So I guess when this color goes away. Before it goes away, I will have to stock up on it. But we still have a while before that happens. So I have been able to see the new mini catalog, and is it ever fabulous? There's so much in it. I can't believe how many things are in it. And then the also the new celebration that will all start the beginning of January, and I can, as a demonstrator, order some of those new things the beginning of December. All right, so we are done with that part. So now we just need to do the frosting. And also I need to do the little greeting for outside. So let me do that part. So I've got a piece of Pear Pizzazz there. And the greeting is wishing you a Merry Christmas, and that is from this stamp set with the cookies, the frosted gingerbread. Okay, so I'm stamping the greeting in real red onto the Pear Pizzazz. And then to cut that out, I'm going to use die from the Tasteful Labels. I'm going to use, if I can get it out of here, this one right here. It's like the perfect size for that greeting. It just fits perfectly in there. So what I'm trying to do basically is line up the word Christmas to get it straight across with the die, and then the rest will be kind of fall into place there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and run that through my machine. So there we go with that, and I can go ahead and put that onto the card as well. I'm going to stick it on with just a little bit of glue here, and it does leave, it has stitching, and here you can see that it leaves stitching here as well. So if you wanted to cut around that for like another border, you certainly could. Or if you if you wanted to do it in a different color, I could even have cut that out in a piece of white and then had a border of white around this if I wanted to. Make sure I've got my fold at the top. And then this is just going to go right up here. Like that. Okay. And now let me bring, oops, trying to put these dies away. There we go. Let me bring these dies back and we'll do the frosting. So I need the frosting part for each of these cookies. And the bell. There we go. And I think I'm going to position them down towards the bottom, and then maybe I can save a strip of this paper to use for some other time, since it's already got the adhesive attached to it there. Okay, let me run this through my machine. And since I have the adhesive on the back already, and those are a little bit intricate, I ran it through forwards and backwards, so I ran it through twice. There we go. And so my tape was really stuck on there since I ran it through 2 times. And I think this piece has served its purpose, so I can throw it away. All right, now I'm just going to use my tool here to get that out. And all the little pieces were in there, so I will pop those out later. And this one, they didn't stay in there, but hopefully they'll pull out because of having the adhesive on there. They will pull out when I take the adhesive off. We'll see. I thought about making these up ahead of time, but I kind of wanted you to see how much easier it is to do when you've got that adhesive attached already to it, because it's really hard to, with as intricate as these are, it's kind of hard to attach glue or whatever and not have it kind of show or get messy. So that the adhesive sheets work really great for this kind of a thing. Okay, and like I said, I will go back in and poke all of that stuff out later. We don't need to sit here and do that. Okay, so now let me just catch an edge here of the adhesive so I can pull that off. That's the only hard part, is getting a hold of the edge. There we go. And just kind of go at it slow, and it will pull most of, not all, most if not all is what I'm trying to say, of those pieces out that you don't want. There we go. So now let me get my bell cookie here. And we're going to frost this cookie in nothing flat. Look at that. How cute. Isn't that adorable? I love it. Okay. So now since this one All the little pieces came out already, so I just need to get the adhesive off of it. There we go. Two cookies frosted. I don't know why, I just feel like it's easier to get a hold of the backing in sort of one of the, where there's like an elbow. There we go. So can you see how much quicker and easier this is to do, just having those adhesive sheets? It really, really is. It makes it much quicker in two ways. The fact that it pulls all those little pieces out and you don't have to sit and poke them out, as well as just then the adhesive is on there and you don't have to worry about getting glue on it somehow. All right, so go slow, and all the little pieces stick to that backing sheet. Isn't that great? Love it. Okay. Okay, there are our cookies. So quick. And now I'm just going to bring in both my small and large dimensionals. And we will get dimensionals on all of these. I think that is the only place I needed small ones, actually. I'll put a big one right in the middle of that one. We could put one right up there. There. And we'll get one right up there. There we go. I'm glad that heater came on. I don't know if you could hear it. It went back off, but it was chilly in here, and that warmed it up, so. I have a much harder time pulling the backing off of these little ones. Usually if I kind of crease it down the center, oh, that one already had the back off. So all the backs are off of that one now. And I am just going to pop it right there. And the bell, we're going to put there. And the ornament, I'm going to pop it right there. And the star, we're going to put him down here and let him overlap that greeting just a bit right there. Too cute. All right, let me get our bling. Blingity bling. I'm going to use the red ones. And those just fit just right there. And then I'll take a little one and I'm going to pop it right there. And another little one right up here on the top. There we go. And then I'm going to take a little one and just put it up here to give us that odd number that is more pleasing to the eye. And that is the card. I hope you like it. And here is the one I made yesterday, just like it. There you have it. 2 more Christmas cards down for me, plus those ones I showed you at the beginning. All right. If you would like to shop for any of the supplies I have shown you today or any other fabulous Stampin' Up! Supplies, you can find them right here at my shopping site. And when you shop there, please be sure to use the current host code, which is right here, and you'll also find it on the landing page when you go there to shop. Just use it on any orders that are under $150. And when you shop with me and spend $50 before shipping and taxes, I will send you a thank you gift the following month. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Please give me a thumbs up or hit the like button. If you are watching this on YouTube, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.